Hey guys, I am back with my first SCT Sampler Kit unboxing in a long while, and that's because it is my last SCT Sampler Kit for a long while. I had decided not to renew this year. You have to renew or subscribe 2 months in advance, or I think it's still 2 months in advance. So I had started my subscription in January of 2018 with a March 2018 start. So I renewed in January of 2019 because I was working a full-time job then and I could afford it. It was like my one little craft splurge that I was allowing myself. Unfortunately, as you know if you've been following this channel for a while, or I know some of you are new as a result of the Crafty Goals collab and things like that, in which case, hello. I don't think I've said hello to my new subscribers recently, so hello, welcome. For those who don't know, I suffered a back injury in February of 2019. In fact, it was a year on February 11th that it happened. And the short version is my vertebrae slipped off each other, which was not a thing I knew could happen without significant trauma, but apparently it can happen due to aging, so that's great. In the last year, my employment and financial situations have been in flux, and needless to say, I really cannot afford to renew this year. It doesn't have anything to do with the quality of the product, it just has to do with my financial situation. So I figured since I unboxed my very first SCT Sampler Kit on the channel, I figured I would do my last one. The kit always comes with this little postcard, and on the front there is always a quote. The quote this month is "You always gain by giving love," and that quote is attributed to Reese Witherspoon. And then on the back of the postcard there is always a list of all of the products that are included in the kit that month. So the first item we have here came from SCT itself. It is an acrylic word that says love, obviously. That's one thing that you always get a word from SCT, and it always mirrors the word on the postcard. So the SCT Sampler Kit typically comes with selections from 2 different current or upcoming collections from various crafting companies. The first one this month is Love Notes by Doodlebug, which is their new Valentine's collection. Very happy to see this. I love Doodlebug, and I really love the fact that this collection is kind of both Valentine's and spring themed. I really like the fact that you don't have to use it for Valentine's, you can just use it for spring or whatever. I really love when collections have that kind of versatility. So there are 6 double-sided 6x6 sheets of paper. This one is called Secret Admirer. This one is called Lover's Lane. This one is called Love Notes, and I'm pretty sure it's my favorite because it's adorable. This one is called Forever Plaid. This sheet is called Sweet Sprinkles. And this one is called Special Delivery. Then there is also part of a cut-apart sheet, which is called Kissing Tag. And then we have a number of very adorable ephemera and a doodle pop of a little envelope stuffed with flowers. And then the other collection in the kit this month is Bloom Street by Paige Evans for Pink Paisley. This is another very springy typed theme that also has some hearts and stuff in it. And I really love when SCT has done this in the past, where both collections are along the same theme. So potentially you could combine the 2 collections either together literally in projects or just use them for projects along the same theme, and I really do appreciate that. So this one again has 6 double-sided 6x6 papers. For some reason Pink Paisley does not give their sheets names, they just give them numbers. So this is number 4. This one is number 5. This one is number 6. This one is called number 7, and I really like this one because it looks to be sort of like 2x2 cut-aparts of all the different patterns that you can get in the collection from the looks of it, so I think that's actually a really cool concept. This is sheet number 9. And number 10. And then, like with the Doodlebug collection, there is a part of a cut-apart sheet here. The sheet is called number 17. And then we got 2 different puffy, thicker type sets of stickers, or pieces of sets of stickers, as well as some really pretty ephemera. And then finally an entire page out of what I assume was a sticker book. In my case, I got a bunch of really pretty little critter stickers and some phrase stickers and a whole set of alphas. And then finally, the last item is the word search embossing folder by Close to My Heart. Of course, because it's an embossing folder, you can't really see what's happening in it, but it's a bunch of letters. They're like a word search, obviously, and I believe they have like friendship and or love themed words and phrases in it. I wanted to put this in last because I wanted to mention that Close to My Heart is an MLM. It's a multi-level marketing company. MLMs are pyramid schemes, and they are predatory business models which take advantage of primarily women. Basically, no one in an MLM who didn't get in right at the beginning makes money. There are at least 4 MLMs that I know of in the crafting world. If I miss any, feel free to let me know in the comments. Close to My Heart, Creative Memories, Chalk Couture, and Stampin' Up, which is the big one. My one main issue with the SCT Sampler Kit over the last 2 years that I've been receiving it has been that on occasion they include items from Close to My Heart and from Creative Memories. It's very disheartening to see because otherwise Scrapbooking Cards Today is a very good company. It seems to be a very reputable company. I have really enjoyed receiving this subscription. It has always just been so crushing to open up a kit and see a product from an MLM in here. While my financial situation has been my number one reason for choosing to not renew, my other reason has been the promotion of MLMs, and I just can't support that. It's a very dangerous business model to be supporting. It doesn't matter how good the products are, you can get products just as good from legitimate companies. There's my little rant, and that's it for my final unboxing of an SCT Sampler Kit for probably quite a while. I really did enjoy my subscription. I said that was my one big disappointment with it, was when we occasionally get products from MLMs, but otherwise I have really enjoyed receiving this sprinkling of various new products and different manufacturers. It's one of the reasons I really got into Doodlebug. It's also brought me, some more familiarity with some other companies like Pink Paisley and things like that. Overall, I really have appreciated it. It really is good value for money. I will miss receiving my little package of goodies every month. But like I said, it's just not financially viable at this time to continue with my subscription. I really do appreciate Scrapbooking Cards Today putting this subscription service together. I do recommend it. The kits are fantastic. I will link it below. If you do want to subscribe, please don't let my own personal misgivings dissuade you from trying it if it is something you would like to try. I just hope that Scrapbooking Cards Today makes the decision at some point to stop supporting MLMs because they support so many other fantastic, legitimate companies. They don't need to be supporting MLMs. That's it for this video. If you did enjoy it, please give it a big thumbs up. Please give it a share. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell in the corner to be notified when I next upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next one.